For those of you wondering how I weathered the track, I used to do it the old way with a brush and a bottle. Then I went to an airbrush, and then this weekend at the hobby shop, I found these Floquil enamel paint markers, which the guys at the shop suggested to me. I think they work awesome. They're a lot easier to use than the brush and the airbrush. What you gotta do is give it a few shakes, and then come over to your track. This is rail brown, so I'm just gonna color in the ties. It's a little easier to do it before you ballast, but since this section of track's already done, I'm just demoing it. It's good enough for this. But you just go along, coloring the ties in. That's all there is to it. If you're careful enough, you can actually do a pretty good job, make it look halfway realistic. Give this one a shake. This is rust. So if you can see right here, there's a blob of solder that my primitive soldering skills. I want to hide that. I'll just take the marker, paint over it like that. At the same time, there's felt tips on these markers. So if you use them enough, you get a groove in the tip, and you can just slide it along the rail. Just like this. And that tip just rides the rail. I think it's a lot neater than the other ways. A lot easier too. You may take a couple coats. But this is pretty much all there is to it. The other one they make in the kit is a rail brown, which if you want to, where did I put it? There it is. If you want to, okay. If you want to, before you put the rust on, you can go and put the rail brown on, which gives it that rail brown look, and then the rust over it. As you can see though, the tie brown and the rail brown look almost the same. So I just use both for the ties. I don't know if you can see. To pick the camera up and see. There we go. See, this side over here was rail brown. That side was tie brown. They look almost the same. So I just use both for the ties and use the rust for the rails. Alright, and then once the paint is dry, which takes a few minutes or so, you just take a bright boy and rub off the tops of the rails. Just like so. And you got weathered track. Way easier, less mess, less time waiting I think. It's really cool. I'm glad they suggested it. So there you go. In case anyone wanted to know a quick and easy way to weather their track.